So League of Legends Classic is live on the servers. I played a couple of games. I mean, it looks like League. It doesn't feel like League. The classic one. The social aspect of it is missing. Everything else, somewhat there. On the bright side, Riot gave us a trailer. Welcome back, Summoners. Observe the 200-year champions everywhere against poor Zillion.
You miss a few hundred patch notes and suddenly everyone's got 5 passives.
Thank you, Zillion. Thank you. Good old days.
Is that...
Classic.
Why did they get rid of that?
The Darius pillow. Oh god.
Tons of damage.
French?
You're the winner. I'm not
French.
sure where to put the microphone, but what went into making this costume? How long did it take?
Oh, I'm French. French. I'm French.
All of the memes from old times. Oof.
His French.
Hello again. Mid.
Old Fiddly served masteries, runes, old shop, old items, old objectives. Mechanically, the game we had back then.
Summoners.
Socially and spiritually, nowhere near. Straight up nowhere near. But I'm wondering what Sitback has to say about it. He did upload a video a couple of hours ago called The Truth About League of Legends Classic. So let's see, my real question is whether he's going to be addressing those points I made, but maybe he'll address it in a better way, because I did kinda mess up in my way of addressing the issues with League of Legends, and it came out as me wanting the toxicity back. That's not what I want. I want the social aspect back, and without bullshit, unnecessary censorship, which chat restricts you or bans you for no reason. And I straight up mean no fucking reason.
They did it. Riot Games actually did it. Old League of Legends is finally coming back. I mean, League of Legends Classic is finally here. And
That it
League
is.
Classic is going to be releasing on live servers on July 29th. And for me, I didn't want to make a single video until I had the game in my hands. And a couple months ago, there were actually rumors about Riot Games releasing an old version of League of Legends sometime this year.
Oh yeah, that was the leak, yeah. They asked the pros on Twitch stream, and they casually just simply say, yeah, we're working on a classic.
But honestly, at the time, I didn't believe them. I thought they were going to take at least a year. But then there was an announcement video about releasing League of Legends Classic. And then after that, they even announced a League of Legends show match at MSI about League of Legends Classic, where Doublelift finally lifted his first international tournament trophy.
First international title for Doublelift.
That's like, what, 20 years later?
Closes it out here.
And then finally, on a random Wednesday, they decided to release League of Legends Classic on PBE. And as someone who built their entire channel on old League of Legends, you know your boy had to give it a try.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm glad I'm making this video after the whole classic skin debacle, because apparently Riot Games wanted you to pay for classic skins. But regardless, my overall feelings about League of Legends Classic is positive. There are a couple things that I would like to see changed in League of Legends Classic. So in this video, we're going to be going over my first impressions, thoughts, and things to improve on in the future. So before I even launched the game, I wanted to take a look at the roster and see the different icons. And all these old icons for League of Legends champions gave me an instant nostalgia boner.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
G4.
Heimerdinger. Look at Heimerdinger.
G4
Oh my
is
god.
Yeah, Heimerdinger is the classic.
I miss the oldies.
Look at Kog'Maw.
But what you would also notice is that there's a lot of different names missing, including my beloved Udyr. I also remember seeing confirmation
I just realized Udyr is missing. Where is my boy Udyr?
on Twitter that there are some champions that are guaranteed to come, like Old Graves and Old Urgot. And then if you flip over,
Yeah, there is a list somewhere, and in that list, I mean, Sitback is a Udyr player. I'm more of a LeBlanc and Fizz player. So I was happy to see that alleged list of future champions includes those two.
we have the old runes, and you guys already see that I have an old rune page ready for Udyr. And
Yes, sir.
of course, I can't forget the 1% crit rune.
If you know,
and
you
then
know.
Also, we have our masteries, and for our masteries, there's a lot of different combinations that you can actually create. There are some masteries that reduce your recall time. There's some masteries that just give you movement speed. There's other masteries that give you durability. It all depends on what you want. After seeing the champions, runes, and masteries, I couldn't wait, so I just bought the pass and hopped into a game. And on PBE, they already had this new role priority queue.
Also, I'm gonna go back towards the masteries. The masteries are pre-built. Because I did just unlock masteries right now, and they are pre-built. They give you 5 pages. No, the starter one is 10, 10, 10 everywhere. Then they give you extra 4 pages, which are already pre-built. You get AD offensive, you get AP offensive defenses, you get defense utility, there's for the tanks, and utility defense support. So technically, even though you have the choice, I'd say it's more of an illusion of a choice. Takes the fun experiment aspect away from the game, because back in the day you were just simply fucking around trying to see what works, what doesn't work. Can you cheese? I'm pretty sure I can. Return points, suppose. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can mess around. Yeah, I can simply mess around. Right, I do not want to save that. No. But I also see the appeal. Because at the end of the day, when you are playing ranked, you're just following the meta. And you were just simply going into mobileFire.com, checking the build, checking the masteries, and just going with what they already told you in there. So, sure, even though we have a couple of fun masteries in the air, I doubt they are going to be widely used.
Which was pretty neat. And for my first game, I wanted to go my GOAT AP Master Yi mid.
Yes, sir.
However, the ADC on our team wanted to play him too, but we're in old League of Legends, so I have pick order, and I picked him anyways.
Respect the
Karma
order.
got me good because it was an instant remake. And then for my actual
Do you actually have remakes in here?
first game, I decided to play Blue Ezreal bot. And my lord, that game was a doozy. A 42-minute slugfest where I was reintroduced to 99% ban rate Kassadin.
Observe the ping limits right off the gate. Bro, that was... Damn.
Ban rate Kassadin.
Just alt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Permaban. Yeah, I'm never letting Kassadin through the banning phase ever again. I ended up playing a bunch more games like Nunu Jungle, Gangplank Top, AP Scion, AD Scion, Warwick Jungle, Vayne Bot, AD Nidalee Top,
Jesus.
and Singe. And here are my thoughts about the overall gameplay of League of Legends Classic. One of the first things that you guys will notice when you're playing League of Legends Classic is how slow the game feels. Another thing is that you're able to run out of base instantly, so this allows you to set up for level 1 cheese a lot more easily. There's also an abundance of starting items, including the flask, making laning feel so much better on mana intensive champions. And for the laning phase, last hitting is so fucking hard.
I told you, chat. I told you it wasn't me sucking. It's fucking hard, right? All those minions I've missed. Let's take the cat thingy, for example, right? In half an hour, I had 85 minions.
on League of Legends Classic. You can see me miss CS constantly, especially when I was playing ADC. And another thing about the minions, they hit like a fucking truck. You cannot sit and fight in a minion wave.
Yep.
They will kick your ass. Also, there's no turret plates, so you don't lose anything by roaming, but you also don't gain gold by staying in lane. So this makes roaming even more effective in this game mode. Gold generation items, baby. The most broken thing in this game. Make sure you buy at least one of these things. And then for trinkets, it creates a whole new dynamic to old school League of Legends, because back in the day, only the support used to ward. So now that everyone has a ward, it doesn't feel as scary that people could just randomly pop out of a bush. Jungle camps are stronger and spawn much quicker.
They did introduce trinkets, I want to say, in Season 3. Before that, yeah, we didn't have trinkets, but these trinkets are also the weak version and supports were warding absolutely everything.
There's essentially no downtime between jungle camps.
Yeah.
Counter jungling is super effective, but power farming doesn't feel as strong as it does in normal league. And then the dragon, holy shit.
Oh, no,
early on, it's really hard to solo the dragon. I almost died on Nunu, bro. And also, unlike League of Legends today, not every jungler is viable, because if you're not able to survive your first clear, you're not going to make it in the jungle, especially in this game.
They're good.
So, what are some of the things I enjoy about League of Legends Classic? Number one, the items.
Yep.
Unlike the champions, for the most part, all the items that I grew up and loved were included in this game. Items from beta all the way to season 4, like super old alpha beta items like Leviathan and Intervading Locket that I wasn't here for, I'm able to build now. And then some classics like Deathfire Grasp, Banner of Command, Atma's Impaler, Sword of the Occult, Gold Generation items, the old Phantom Dancer, season 3 jungle item, and Pharaoh Flare makes its return for some reason, which is crazy. And how could I forget, my boy Voyboy finally got Frozen Mallet. Hashtag Frozen duh. So personally for me, I think Riot did an amazing job including all the items, because it gave me an opportunity to theory craft with builds that was never possible. And for the second thing I enjoyed about League of Legends Classic is how slow the game feels. And
Absolutely true. I did say it at the end of this game, we were stomping them. The game still lasted 27 minutes, 40 minutes, half an hour. Brother, these stomps on a good day end up, and I want to say 20 minutes or so, assuming I'm not farming for content. The slow pace of the minions, the slow pace of everything, of the macro itself, gives more life to the game. It prolongs it.
I'm not sure if my brain has been fried from all the ARAM mayhem I've been playing, but my experience, especially in this game, is that everything is slow. You get gold slow,
Yeah.
you walk to places slow,
Yeah.
you fucking kill slow, everything is slower. And you would think that would make the game boring, but honestly, it's a nice change of pace. Everything in this game felt like you had to fight to earn it, and it felt like old League of Legends. And another thing I enjoyed about League Classic is that you're able to snowball harder and have more carry potential.
Exactly. On the good subject, absolutely fucking win. Because they bring back the 1v9. If you snowball, oof, there's pretty much nothing stopping you.
This might be a disadvantage for some people, but I enjoy the fact that you're able to carry and snowball your lead and become
Exactly.
a monster. And then also, for instance, jungle, there's no catch-up XP, so you can run laps around the enemy jungler who's bad at clearing. So now that we got all the positive things out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the things that League of Legends Classic can improve on.
Oh, okay, because when he said improvements, I was considering, I was thinking maybe he'll talk about the things that we didn't have back then that we have right now in the Classic that are actually good. For example, your role. You select your role, and 95%, well, 90%, in my case, 66% of the time, you will get your role. Back then, you type mid or feed. If you're last pick, well, get fucked, your support.
Number one, there's so many old League of Legends champions missing, it's not even fucking funny. And I understand that there are more confirmed champions supposed to be coming out, but without them, the roster feels definitely empty. And how can you call it old League of Legends or League of Legends Classic if you're missing classic champions? So here's a list
Fair
of
point.
different champions in no particular order.
Would
Old
you?
Akali, Old Fiora with her broken ass ult, Old Graves with his ranged autos, Old Urgot with his switcheroo ultimate, Mordekaiser, any version of Mordekaiser, but especially the one where you ult and it just one taps people.
Yeah, the one before the dragon.
And then Old Aurelia, Old Yorick, the list goes on, right? So I don't think the game will feel complete or classic until all the champions that used to be in the game are released. And honestly, this is my biggest complaint about the game. And then number 2, bring back all the versions of the champions. Especially if this is supposed to be a casual experience, why not? Imagine having 6 different rises that you can play. That
I don't think, from technical standpoint, the servers are capable of holding on to this. Well, no, servers are capable. The client. My issue is going to be the client. I don't think this client is capable of holding this on. But that will be fun. At the end of the day, this game mode is targeted towards the new players. And when I say new players, I mean the players who joined League of Legends at season 8, 9, 10 plus, who haven't experienced the bullshit fiesta we had back in seasons 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5, but no, 5 I'd say is pushing it. And then sometimes those new players would hear about veterans talking about, let's say, AP Mastery, Fiora's Blade Waltz, fucking DFG one-shotting people, 98% ban rate Cassidon. These players, these newer players, now get to experience it, right? But the introduction of different variations, oh, that will be so fucking fun. Like, instead of choosing a skin, you choose the version of the champion you want to play and experience. Because that's the selling point of the classic. New players get to experience what they haven't and what they missed.
would just add an extra layer to the game. And imagine Beta Jax fighting Season 5 Mordekaiser with that big ass dragon he can control. Another thing is that some of these old versions of champions are not the actual old versions, like Kale. That's not the oldest version of Kale. Tryndamere, that's not the oldest version of Tryndamere. And the way I envision it working is that when you pick the champion, you could switch between skins.
Exactly that. Great minds think alike.
And that will pick between different versions. So version 1 of Rise, version 2 of Rise, version 3 of Rise, etc, etc.
Oh, that would be fucking amazing. Imagine having one for all of Rising Classic, different variations of Rising Classic. Oh, that would be fucking amazing. All I wanted was the old Darius hook trick, but they didn't put Darius in. They didn't? Old collections. Yup, no Darius, only Doctor.
And if the champion gets banned, it bans all the versions of that champion as well. I think
Oh, no, that would be a good take. That would be a good update.
that's only fair. And then for number 3, it might be a big deal for some or not too much of a deal for others. But as a purist, I think there should be no new models in the...
Amen, brother. Amen. Like it breaks the immersion. I want to see my 6 polygon Zillion standing next to 5 polygon Shaco in bot lane. New models, new skins, ain't just selling it.
game. I really think it throws off League of Legends Classic completely. It doesn't feel like League of Legends Classic. It doesn't feel like the game I played as a kid. And it's really just strange seeing the new models interact with the old spells. And then for number 4.
What was his name? Vilemo. Previously. Come on, Rita. Come on. If we are giving new players, fresh players, the newly joined players, the fresh batch of players who joined League in Season 7 plus, if we're giving them the experience they haven't had, might as well throw in Preview Free. Come on.
Bring back Twisted Treeline and Dominion as playable maps. If you're gonna bring back the old champions, why not the old maps? You don't even understand how badly I need Twisted Treeline in my life. That was the first map I ever played on, and I grinded all the way from level 1 to 30 on Twisted Treeline. And then for the Dominion map, I played hide and go seek almost every day, and I used to play on the Dominion map to do so.
Observe the chat. Observe the chat is going brrr instantly. We don't have that anymore.
So if you guys can't bring back the maps as a queue because Riot Games is afraid that there won't be enough players because queue times will be longer, at least allow us to access them through customs. Because if I'm able to get 6 or 10 people, I should be able to play on the old map. And then for my final point, I believe that there should be a rank queue for League.
Yep, exactly that. Or at least balance out. At least introduce maybe an MMR system into League Classic. Because let's just say in a couple of games, we got absolutely, utterly skill gapped. In the other game, we were skill gapping them. My skill, to put it nicely, is silver, and I'm being generous. Meanwhile, my opponent was... What were you? Gold? Then, my opponent was platinum too.
Legends Classic, because with any games I play now these days, I always play ranked because I need some type of level of progression. Valorant, League of Legends, TFT, Rivals. With any game I play, I always want to play competitively and feel like I'm actually earning something for every game I play. And here's the thing, if you don't want to play ranked, you don't have to. There's just going to be a separate queue for those who actually want to play competitive old League of Legends. And honestly, I would grind both games at the same time. As soon as I'm tired with the actual League of Legends, I'll hop on classic League of Legends and grind my account there. So, those are my thoughts and everything you need to know about League of Legends Classic. What do you guys think about League of Legends Classic? Do you guys agree with my takes? Do you have any takes of your own? Make sure you leave it down in the comments down below. And I want to give one last shout out to Riot for actually listening to the community and releasing League of Legends Classic. It's not perfect. However, it's better than nothing, and I do respect that. Shout out to Riot Games.
Preach.
And without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Make sure you guys are drinking water. Click on any of the videos that you see on your screen now to see more videos from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Absolutely love the video. Agree with pretty much everything. No, I take it back. I agree with everything. The skin idea, the version of the champion selection as a skin would be fucking hilarious, would be absolutely fun. If we are targeting those newer players, throw in older maps. Might as well. Yeah, so far, from the mechanical standpoint of the game, yeah, completely agree. Nothing to add in here. But yeah, the social aspect, he didn't cover. I feel like I'll need to make a follow-up video on my video, because my last video ended up looking like me wanting slurs back. Which is not the case, to put it nicely. But anyway, lovely video, chat. If you haven't subbed to Sitback, I highly recommend you do. He is posting videos almost as often as I am. What was the last video he uploaded? 7 months ago. Okay, we are kinda alike on that front.